Hey, we're officially live. Everyone should be able to see us and hear us now after that amazing intro video. Everyone, check your mics first. Everyone, say hi. Let's make sure we're good.
Hello
Hey
there.
there.
Hello there.
Hey
I'm I'm
everyone.
I'm gobsmacked. Hold on. Skipping my brain back
That
in
was
the ball.
amazing.
Oh yeah, that intro video was great. Chat, let us know if anybody's muted, anyone's frozen. We'll try to get that fixed right away. Sometimes little glitches happen along the way when we stream, like right there. Look, we almost lost Will. Look at see right there. But he's back within a second. But hey, maybe you noticed we have a brand new intro video, very exciting for Team Nevermore here. One of our graphic artists at Cybernation Uncensored, Mistress Winter, made that for us and kicked it out so fast. I was just amazed. I didn't think that we would have it for today. I woke up, she had it ready to go. Just amazed at how quick she put that together for us, and it looks so great. So, Mistress Winter, thanks so much for joining the team and instantly jumping on board and hitting the ground running, making us awesome assets to use for our gameplay. That just looked great. I loved it. So yeah, this is our Team Nevermore. We play every week, Cyberpunk Red. But before I get into what Team Nevermore is, and we do a little recap on what's happened already and dive into today's session, let's first do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online, what you got going on, and then introduce your character as well. Will, start it off.
Hi, I'm Will. You can find me on Twitter at Billy Huddles. You can also find me on the Cyber Nation Uncensored Discord as Rook. And also on the second and last Wednesday of the month, and Team Veritas playing as Looper the Media. But tonight, I will be playing No Sticks the Netrunner, getting into crazy mainframes, burning brains, and running your pockets because my name's is No Sticks.
Yeah, Nick.
Hello there. My name is Nicholas King. You can find me online at the King Square in a bunch of different places: Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. On our Discord server, I am RobGrad98, so definitely interact there. I have a writer space where I post a lot of stuff. But tonight, I will be playing Hank C. the Rocker Boy.
Nice, well done. And Raven.
Hey everyone, I'm Raven. You can find me all over the internet at A Familiar Raven. You can catch me every Friday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for my High Raiders campaign. Next week is our first session, so catch us there. But tonight I will be playing Belladonna Jax, the Ripper. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, yes you are. And Alex.
Everyone, I'm Alex Maxwell. You can find me on the Cyber Nation Uncensored Discord under Maxwell. Very simple. You can find me on TikTok at Maxwell Musings, and Alex R. Maxwell is my Twitter. On my TikTok right now, I'm doing really quick dives into the various roles, and I'm going to start doing little lives on doing character builds for folks. So if you're new into this particular tabletop, hop on by, and of course check out the Cyber Nation Uncensored guides on character creation too. But today, I will be reprising my role as Scarecrow, the team's solo.
Nice. And Utahime.
Guys, I'm Utahime. You can find me on the social medias at UTAHIME, Utahime Cosplay, pretty much everything. And also, too, on TikTok, where there may be a special edition in honor of today's game. So definitely check it out. And you can find me at Brianna DeCastro on Twitter. I am the community manager here and also producer on Cyber Nation Uncensored. So if you see me constantly in chat, that's because I'm always checking and seeing how everything's going on, what's going on in the community. I'm also the community manager over at the Initiative Order as well. And I also too have a new show that's going to be every Thursday at 3 p.m. Pacific time here on Cyber Nation Uncensored called Power Word Talk. Where I get to talk with amazingly talented writers, artists, creators in the community, and they get to share their stories and their journey. And we have actually a special edition too on Friday this upcoming week before Raven's awesome High Writers campaign. So definitely excited to have a double feature. So definitely stay tuned.
Nice, well put. And yeah, did you want to give a little explanation of the Nexus
Yes.
Pulse
Yes,
combo?
I'm so sorry. I forgot because I was rambling about all of the different Cyber Nation awesomeness that's happening.
Hell yeah.
I play Nexus. She's a little bit of fire, ice, and everything nice. And her alter VTuber ego is Pulse. And if you didn't catch the fact that the VTube is form of media, she's the group's media.
Exactly. And hey, I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master here, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. You can check out Cybernation Uncensored for all kinds of series, tutorials, deep dives, GM tips, bringing back the GM Roundtable, as well as other series, all kinds of gameplay. I run like 5 or coming on 6 different teams now, between Cyberpunk Red, a bunch in Cyberpunk Red, some Dune, some Fallout coming back, my Shadows of Asterin at the end of the month, just so much going on. And it's not just me on the channel, that's just my streams. There's also tons of other GMs and content creators, putting out all kinds of shows and series and cool stuff. So make sure you subscribe and follow to Cybernation Uncensored here on Twitch, so you check out all the live streams, because everything we do is live. And then we put all the VODs on our YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to Cybernation Uncensored on YouTube so you don't miss anything. And then everything goes to our podcast. For those that don't do the video thing, or they just kind of want to listen in maybe while at work, things like that, you can find all of our content on anywhere you see a podcast. And to tease back there on Cold Spider, who plays Tomcat in Team Veritas, said, oh, there's a TikTok earlier today. He said, oh, you should think about getting Cybernation Uncensored on TikTok. He's part of our promotion team, and had a great idea because TikTok's popular. I said, you're on our promotion team, you should already be following us. We're already on TikTok. Alex got us there not too long ago, our promotion manager. So Chris was like, oh shit, let me make a TikTok account. What's TikTok again? And so now he's teasing back on that, but he joined up, he's following. But everyone check out the Cybernation Uncensored TikTok. We'll drop the socials in the chat in a moment, but yeah, follow us there. Alex, our promotion manager, has been creating a lot of shorts, along with Moog, who's part of our promotion team, and others. We're still building the team. Feel free, if you want to join up, to hit us up. But putting lots of shorts, not only on YouTube, little clips of all the fun gameplay moments, but also on our TikTok. And then we're going to be putting all my tutorials, deep dives, GM tips, all that stuff there as well. So make sure you follow on TikTok. All right, let's get into Team Nevermore. Team Nevermore is pretty much owned by Raven Micro Cybernetics. And what does that mean? That means basically during character creation in Cyberpunk, you have the option to get some more money by selling yourself to a crime family, a corporation, or maybe join the military. And in this case, everyone sold themselves to the corporation. So now they're owned by the corp. They have to carry out missions for them for a nominal fee. They found out along the way what happens when they go against the grain. All of a sudden, they're hitting a little biometer thing and everyone goes black and passes out. They have some implant thing going on that they're trying to figure out on the side. So it's a sticky situation. And it seems like every gig that they're getting handed is never what they expect. And they tend to have to use their media skills to kind of fuck shit up. They're not using it just to kind of grab evidence and break a story. They're like planting evidence and making their own story and kind of manipulating it based on what Raven Microcyb tells them to do. And then they hopefully get that to be believed by the masses, and then they get paid by Raven Microcyb. So it's kind of a funky situation, but they're making the best of it, and they're living in Night City, getting by like everybody else. So that's where they're at. The team basically in this last mission, well, in our current campaign called, well, the title of the current campaign, wait, what? And they're in the middle of that. I think we're on session 3 right now, where basically Mr. Cromwell, their boss there, told them, look, this is a 2-parter. First things first, find this guy, throws down a folder, some info on him, find this guy, gather up as much of his DNA as you can, whatever, blood, skin, hair, and dispose of the body, and then come back and see me, and we'll move on to part 2 of this mission. So that's where the team is at. They've basically been trying to track down this Drake Peterson. They know very little about him. He works for Militech. He lives in the exec zone. Both are very hard to approach and get into. The other thing they found out is he has a year pass at Playland by the Sea. He takes his daughter there when he has custody every other weekend, it seems. And they met his ex-wife, Kelly Harrison, working at a restaurant in Little Europe. And she basically said he's a bit of a player, they broke up, he's kind of a dick like that, but he is a good dad to Alexis, always takes her to Playland by the Sea, very attentive to her, so she's, playing applicably with him and just kind of letting the divorce play out because he's a good dad to her, and at least he has that, but he is a player and an asshole, and she's glad to be done with him. I believe Nexus kind of socially worked her way in with her, exchanged numbers, kind of made friends lightly at that restaurant while the rest of the team hung out. Scarecrow, throughout all this process, might I add, has been uncomfortable. Nexus has been kind of flirting with them, throwing some things at him. it's funny, but yeah, Scarecrow's kind of being put through it a little bit as far as a solo, getting forced into some of the social skill aspects that he might not be so comfortable in. However, the team basically is where they're at. They ended up at some other bar. Hank was getting stared down by some questionable guys that ended up calling him out for, stealing their girlfriend and boyfriend at a previous show, like that fanned out on him. And, he kind of said some rude stuff right to them, just sparking the whole event, making them kind of get irate, where Belladonna, everyone just kind of got into it, trying to stab, shoot, and fuck these guys up, which they did. These guys ended up paying the price and got killed. But the team evacuated, forgetting about security cameras, not thinking about they're in Little Europe, not the combat zone. It's a little more serious when you do stuff like that there. And instantly on their way, walking blocks away, they get this emergency notice on all their agents that this breaking news, a couple killed in Little Europe and at this club, and check out the footage. And the footage comes up and a couple people were recognized in it, Hank C being recognized in it. And now there's kind of like a search out for him or whatever. They want to hold him accountable for these murders. So it's kind of where we left off. The team is in the middle of trying to carry out the mission for Raven Micro's side, but they're kind of hit with this sticky situation while they're walking the streets at nighttime in Little Europe. Did I miss any important parts that I should bring up just for chat's sake, or was that pretty good?
Raven Jax was the other person that got seen in the video.
Exactly. Yeah,
there was only one person who was flatlined, right?
Yes.
Not, the
only
other
one.
person sort of, he got really messed up.
Yeah, that's right. The other guy was on, real messed up death roll save, borderlining. The other one was definitely murdered.
A little better, right?
Yeah. And then, and out of all the team, Belladonna was kind of seen on it. Hank C was seen on it, but a lot of the publicity and put out on the news was more pointed at Hank C because he was actually recognized, brought up in facial recognition and things like that, being a rocker boy, doing shows, being out there, whereas Belladonna's a little more in the underground with her Ripper Doc service. So although there's something out like, hey, looking for this person too, they didn't know who it was really, whereas Hank C, it was kind of more like, you could see his image. There was a little more, he's a little more in the public eye. But yeah, let's bring up some city sounds here. Thanks to Sirenscape. Shout out to Sirenscape, our official sponsor here at Cybernation Uncensored and Fantasy Grounds. Really love our sponsors here. They really hook up our game with all kinds of cool tools. In this case, adding some amazing sounds to our gameplay. Hopefully our players can hear it. Chat, along the way, if any of the Sirenscape sounds are a little too quiet or a little too loud, just let me know. I can adjust that for you and kind of help set the mood. But let's take it to Little Europe. The teams walk in the streets. They just got that breaking news scream sheet notice of what happened. I'll let all of you kind of react to that and make your plans or whatever you're doing from here. The mic is in your hands.
That's less than ideal.
Well, shit.
You're
Okay.
in deep shit, my friend.
Yes, I am. And we need to get the hell out of Little Europe now.
Wouldn't that boost your credibility, though? Like, as a
Yes, it could also boost my chances of getting shot by a cop. We need to go now.
We kind of need to clean up your mess as quickly as possible.
Oh, we're definitely going to do that. I have an idea, and I need your help to do it.
All
Blues
right.
badges are just other forms of gang colors. So, I mean, we've dealt with plenty of gangs before.
Gnostics, have you ever seen what badges can do when they get riled up?
Like Max Tech.
That's like.
Hopefully, we never get to that point.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Max Tech is like. Those are badges on Black Lace.
hey. So, like,
It's a bunch of cyber psychos.
A-cap, motherfucker.
All right.
Hank, really quick. What I might have in mind, we're going to have to get a little personal with your past. Are you all right with that?
Yes, I am.
For a messy situation, sometimes you have to make it even more messy.
Sadly, I think you're right. First things first, though, we need to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Mm-hmm. Where to?
I would definitely say we need to head into the combat zone. Cops won't follow us in there.
So what do we like? Steal a car?
I mean, we can call a combat cab, provided the cabbie doesn't turn us in.
Or steal a car?
And just a little reminder too. You're not that far from the combat zone from where you're at, really. I mean, technically, you could walk a couple blocks down into South Night City, if you didn't want to. But you could call a combat cab
Okay.
or steal a car, as Gnostics is saying. But anyways, yeah, you have options. But you're not that far.
If we're only a couple of blocks away from South Night City, where 3 of us live, yeah, I'd say we can walk that distance, and I will duck into an alley and take off the vest that I wear that's covered in the patches. And while we're doing that, I'm also going to queue up with my agent, change my hair color with my tech hair, change it down to something a little bit less vibrant, a little bit more nondescript, and try to do the same with my with my chem skin. Just give it a few more blemishes, something like that, where I'm not quite as recognizable. Anybody got a bag you can throw this vest in?
Actually, like that look on you.
Scarecrow will just take off his jacket, toss you his jacket, and just turn your vest inside out and throw it on.
Thank you.
Ooh, I like this look.
Him or me?
I think you know who I'm talking to right now.
I was gonna say better both, but okay.
Wait, both is good. Both is good.
But let's.
It wouldn't be the first time I've done something like that.
Showing a bit of Scarecrow's physique.
I think that's
That's exactly why we're in this situation.
Thank you. Thank you.
Might need to go out of your shirts.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Nexus. You're not wrong. All right, let's get moving now.
Nice. So we're hoofing it, yeah? That's the plan.
Yeah, you can do that. You start walking a block pretty much to the west-southwest. And as you're cutting through, instantly you're getting off the main street of clubs and things like that. You're back to kind of like parking lots, garages, little bodega shops into, combat zone. Like you can hear the sirens kind of trailing in the distance back in the more civilized parts of town as you kind of enter the occasional sounds of gunshots, screams, gang noises, cars just kind of whipping by, ignoring traffic lights, things like that. It's just you're in the combat zone. Whose location are you kind of walking to? You mentioned that the 3 of you live there, maybe going somewhere there to lay low and work on things. Where are you headed?
Isn't Bella's shop in South Night City?
And yes, it is.
I say let's head to Bella's shop.
Yeah, you can
Let's
do
go
that.
with you, Bella.
Yeah, you start walking your way. You making your way towards Bella's shop and Jax's shop. And as you're going, one thing you see coming out of one of the bodegas just up ahead is actually an NCPD. They're usually not in the combat zone, but this one comes walking out of the bodega, turns right towards your group, looks at all of you, looks at you, Hank, and then goes, "Hey, don't ask me to do shit. I'm off duty." And he just keeps walking. He's drunk, just carrying on. There's just something pointless and random, Stink Palm. So there was a cop in the combat zone. But, he's off duty. Don't ask him to do anything. He just kind of stumbles off. He has some stains on his uniform. Just
Night
stumbling
City's
away.
finest.
Thank you, Stink Palm, for making everybody in the room suddenly pucker up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good. Don't have
Hey,
to
Mac.
get blue blood on my sword.
Payback will be coming. No, kidding.
All right. As we're making our way to Bella's shop, I hand Scarecrow his jacket back, and he's like, "I'll take my vest back, please."
There you go.
When you're at the shop, you guys can take it from there, kind of discuss your plans and do what you want to do.
And do you need a place to? Is this just a audio interview? Do you need a place to film?
Um,
Yes. Film is preferable.
Film would be preferable. Real quick, looking at my vest, because I did get shot, but it didn't get through my armor. Is there a place on my vest where the bullet impacted?
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Okay.
That makes sense.
All right, so definitely try to look at Jax and go, can you expand this a little bit more, just to make this look like a much more heavier shot?
I mean,
No, you are not allowed to shoot me. All right, I may be a rocker boy. I'm not that fucking dumb.
You take
He's
the
trying to
fun out
get
of
back at
everything.
you.
You mean you're not that hardcore?
Why do you have to
Yup.
kill all my fun?
Do you need a shiner?
You're enjoying this way too much.
You enjoyed snapping the photos of my initial discomfort, so I told you it would come back around, and here it is.
You know what? That is absolutely fair, and I will live with that. Sure, I take my glasses off and go. All right, just give me a good one right upside the
It's
face.
just like, all right, on the count of 3, 1. Oh.
Nice. Why don't we? Yeah. Why don't we give the damage? It's it's a hit. You don't have to hit. He's taking it. I'm curious how much damage Hank has taken from this. So, let's.
That's messed up, Sting Palm.
Yeah. Hop into.
You are not allowed to do anything, Sting Palm. Stop
Should,
it.
should I give you a crit injury? He said. After,
Just
I like
fucking
it.
Mortal Kombat's the Cyber Eye out. Oh god.
Finish him.
I don't have it. I
Finish
have no. I have meat eyes. I don't have cyber eyes.
Suddenly-
I'm not about to get them.
Suddenly, Hank's dead. The rest of the team is scot free because it looks like the people killed him, and that was the sacrifice to save their. No. Okay. Yeah,
Take his meat arm. Take his meat arm.
At least give me the damage based on your body stat. It should either be 1d6, 2d6, or d6. I don't know if you have it
3.
set yet. Okay, cool. 12. So Hank, 12 points of damage, direct to HP, direct to your face. But you have the face that you want for the video. Black eye,
Yeah.
split lip, however you want to describe it. 12 points of damage is pretty significant, actually. A little showcase of Scarecrow's strength, actually.
You're trying to get somebody there, Scareman.
So I grab his jacket. I grab Hank's jacket and I tap him on the shoulder and say, "There's a frozen steak in the fridge."
No, that's good. No, this is good actually. We need to keep this.
And
Son
try
of a
not to Scarecrow,
bitch.
try not to use all of your energy. Save some for later. Okay. All right. So back to business. Okay. So
Hold
we're-
on, and you
Yes.
hear Hank literally pop his jaw back into place. Ah, okay. Remind me never to do that. Never to piss you off again.
It's credit where it's due. You've got a chin like a brick. So
Thank you. I actually
Listen,
used
this
to
is
do
going to be
prize
great.
fighting.
This is going to be great. You need the sympathy. You need all of the emotions, the drama for what we're trying to accomplish.
All right. First things first. I pull out my agent and I call up the fans that we met at the university taps.
Okay. Yeah, you call.
And say, hey,
Yeah, I mean they answer too. I mean you call within like a couple rings, like, oh shit, what's up? What's up? All that shit went
Hey.
down. You okay?
I'm good. I got a little bit injured. Listen, I need a favor.
He's okay. You hear in the background like, yeah, like some cheering and the friends and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, we were betting on that. I had like 20 eddies. You fucked them up and got out. Cool. And he starts like rambling. You can tell he's drunk, but he's rambling on about it.
Listen, all right, I know. I appreciate the good favor. Thank you so much for that. First things first, send me a picture. Send me the pictures that we took at the bar with everybody. Just send them to my agent. Second thing I need you to do is I need the sober one of the group to record a video message on their agent talking about how these two guys attacked us without provocation and we were just defending ourselves. Record that and send that to me as soon as possible, please.
Okay. I could do that. Is this gonna get us in trouble or anything? Give me a charismatic impact.
I am doing that now.
Let's see here. Let me bring it up.
Oh yeah, that would be a. Hold on, I'm trying to expand my screen here. I can't see it properly. That would be a 14 on the charismatic impact.
Okay, give me 1 second. For some reason, this just closed on me. Okay, what was it?
14 total.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I mean, all right. If you say we're okay, then I'm doing it. I'm gonna send it.
And all I need you to do, all you're doing is saying that you saw the fight start up. We were just defending ourselves. Don't mention anybody else. Just keep the focus on me. And just let them know that, just do that recording for me. Send that to me. I'll make sure it gets used. All you're doing is providing me some background so I can spin this.
All right, and I'll tell them that you fucked them up. Like you're the man, and you got the best on them, and they tried, but you're the better fighter, and they should check out your new album. I'll even plug your album if you want. I'll put in there that you got an
No
album
need for
coming.
that.
Oh,
No need for that. Just say that we were defending ourselves, and they started it without provocation. That's it.
okay. All right, I'll
All right.
keep it simple.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
All right, bye. I
All right.
love you. Oh shit, that's weird. Later, man. Fuck. He hangs up.
Later, man. All right, so we
Dude,
should have
where's my car?
All right, so we should have a video soon of the patrons as well as the pictures that I took with them, so that we can use that as evidence that we were just there having a good time and that they attacked us without provocation.
Hank, that only furthers my fucking theory that only fucking idiots like your music.
I might not be the brightest tool in the refrigerator, but I don't find Hank's music offensive. I quite like it.
I do too.
Gnostics.
Well, of course.
Remember, I have big necks in this hand, and I'm willing to give you some love too.
Look who you're talking to. I'm the biggest fucking idiot in this group.
Listen, those idiots are probably going to be what kind of gets the heat off of our dear Hank. Just saying.
All right, Nexus, you can record this and put it out.
Yes, I have to do my whole thing somewhere else, but we can film this. I can edit it, make it look good. Trust me, it's going to be
Okay.
amazing.
I put back the vest on. Make sure to highlight the heavy damage that was done to it. Take the glasses off to show how messed up I got, and just say, all right, you know this better than I do. How do we sell this?
Okay, we take the scorn lover approach. That's kind of a theme with this team right now, isn't it? A little
Oh
bit.
shit! You're gonna bring in Myung.
Of course. Make it like, she's using some funds, resources, doing some shady shit with
Okay.
Night City Police Department.
Okay.
Basically, where they focus the attention on the corruption and not you.
Okay.
I know,
before
I
we-
said that it was going to get personal. I know that this is.
That's not my concern. That's not my concern. My concern is the blowback. Because if we do this, it could put all of you in jeopardy as well.
My life is jeopardy.
I mean,
Yeah.
does she have those kind of connects within the NCPD?
She's a legacy. She's got some pull.
We're gonna need a lot more shovels then.
Okay, so we're dealing with Jax now. Okay.
Ooh.
Welcome to the party.
If you guys are okay with this, like I'm telling you now, if we do this and this gets believed, it means she's gonna come gunning for me and you by proxy.
They gun for me and not my kin. That's fine. I can take it.
Remember, my identity is hidden. They don't know who Pulse is. I'm fine.
Okay. All right.
It's
let's do it.
insulated.
Again,
Lead.
this is your decision because we're getting into all of your past
Nope.
drama.
Let's do it.
But I have a feeling it's gonna actually turn out really well. It's gonna be messy, but it's gonna be fun.
So
All right, let's do it.
yeah, so let's do this. Let's say that Nexus goes into a back room. Belladonna kind of puts her up in her storage room, taking out some of the crates and boxes so she can have kind of an empty room where she can do her digital stuff and kind of put on the personality, put together a little report. We're going to witness that report right now because Pulse has made that, and we're going to stream it right here for everyone to see. I'll ask the team to go to the chat and watch it on that link that I posted in a moment. Once we watch this report that Pulse puts out, then what I'd like to do is let's assume that right at the end of that report, it goes into the images, the footage that Hank got from the fans, and maybe like an interview thing showing the bullet hole, the wound, and whatever Hank wants to say. So after we see this, let's go back to the team, and then let's have Hank describe what's shown next. Hank and Nexus ultimately describe what's shown next as part of that, and then we can do a whole believability check based on all that. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, Nexus worked on this. Pulse put it together and released it. Let's check it out. Team, check out the link for yourself.
Hi, my sweet Chumbas. I'm back to bring you the exclusive stories that you all need and deserve, straight from the veins of Night City, the streets. This video is sponsored by our new friend of the channel, the Abyss Cyberworks. You need someone to help get you chromed? Or maybe you have that pesky little itch that doesn't seem to want to go away. The Abyss Cyberworks got you covered, Chooms. Tell them Pulse sent you for 10 eddies off your first visit. Now, Pulse has got a juicy one for you tonight about our beloved rocker boy, Hank C., who is wanted by lawmen after supposedly flatlining a bar patron at University Taps. Footage has been released of the incident in question, and it definitely isn't the kind of publicity Hank C. and his lovely unidentified armed friend anticipated, I'm sure. However, as the saying goes, looks can be deceiving, especially considering the fact that a certain NCPD officer working the case, Ma Young-min, just so happens to be a scorned ex-lover of the Breaking the Bank singer. There is evidence that she has been a busy girl using department time and resources to try to get even with her ex. I guess she thinks she'll feel better locking him behind bars since she couldn't seem to lock down his heart as his main line. I, for one, am appalled that men would be allowed to fabricate evidence and false claims against poor Hank C. out of mere spite. Are you really going to allow your officers to get away with this, NCPD? Luckily, I just so happened to be in the neighborhood where this all went down and was able to get an exclusive interview with the man of the hour. I tried not to fangirl too hard in the process. He revealed to me that he was just defending himself and his fans at the bar from a psycho, which sadly ended up with someone getting zeroed. Let's take a look at what he has to say about the wild events of the night.
Hey, all right. Let me unmute the team here. All right, cool. Everyone get to see it?
Yep.
All right, awesome. And thanks, chat, for the compliments there. Yeah, Utahime does an excellent job in this, not just role-playing Nexus, but playing Pulse, putting out these actual reports in character with her sort of video vlogger avatar and overlay. I love it so much. But yeah, that report, Nexus has been working on it in the back room as Pulse whips it up within about 30 minutes to an hour. Doesn't take her long at all to kind of get all the editing, get it all together, getting ready to put it out to all media. What comes after that, Hank? What were you able to add to it? Keeping in mind that now this is the news, right, that goes out. We got to build some forms of evidence, some things, you know, to add to the believability. So what are you adding to it?
The believability that I'm adding is basically intercutting between me talking about, going to the University Taps to sit down, have a drink, running into some fans, cut to the pictures, showing that Hank was there having a good time, then coming back and saying, at some point these two guys start giving me the evil eye, can't quite figure out why, at which point they make their way over, start to attack, showing off the damage that I've taken, cut to the fan video basically saying like they were there. These guys started attacking. Hank C and his friend tried to de-escalate the situation, but unfortunately, these guys looked like they were out for blood. One of them popped Wolvers, the other one pulled a gun, actually shot me. One of them managed to get a lucky hit in and give me a punch in the face. But at that point, Hank C had no choice. He just went ahead and defended himself, and unfortunately, one of the guys got zeroed in the process. But because of Myung and her obsession with Hank, he has no doubt that the reason his face got leaked out was because Myung's behind this and trying to get him arrested for the nebulous past, the bad past that the two of them have.
Do you have any form of evidence, any old things that you think Hank might have to add to it to kind of help back up that portion of the story? Because right now I'll allow The video from fans being one piece of evidence. Normally the wounds would be 1 point, but I'll allow the bullet and then the eye thing to kind of be 2, just to give you a little extra, just being nice as a GM to allow you a chance here to come up with one more piece of evidence to get that boost for Nexus for the couple extra, believability percentage point, 10% increase or whatever. So is there any way you can kind of think, would Hank have anything you can think of to kind of put out, like, yeah, she's jealous, she, frame my ex-lover? Do you have any proof of stuff like that? I know the courts threw it all out, but any form of evidence that you can kind of back up these claims that she would be out for you for a revenge thing? Anything you can think of?
I mean,
and if
other
not,
than
no
the
big
fact
deal.
that- yeah, no, I mean, other than the harassment that he's dealt with at gigs and things like that with the NCPD, but I mean, nothing concrete as far as Myung
Any
and
messages at all?
Oh, good question. Would there
Well,
be any
I like
messages?
that. Yeah, here's the thing. If there was a
Personal correspondence via text or like.
Yeah, let's have Hank do a 1d10 and see if it's under his luck stat. Because even if it's there, maybe the courts threw it out or they said something, it's hard to interpret. But in this case here, you are re-putting it into this version of the story as another form of evidence. So we can still that could still play into the way things went
Pulse
down.
has become DMZ.
Can I use Can I use the -2 that we got earlier?
No.
Okay, just asking.
Yeah.
5 on the dot, which is my luck.
Okay. I'll allow it. It's normally has to be right under. But the fact
he can use one. He can use. I was gonna say he can use one of the -2s.
No. Because the -2 I'm given for the NPCs.
Okay.
And we don't do rank checks and stuff with boosts. It's just for general skill checks. So yeah, that's just relying on your general stats. But I'll allow it. We'll say that you have some type of old voicemail that the court threw out. She was able to kind of say it wasn't her or whatever. But for the purposes of this video, just for believability of the masses. Now keep in mind that won't hold up in court because like that exact message got thrown out before. That's how your ex-lover got locked up and you weren't able to kind of combat the claims, right? And throw her under the bus in this way. But this is a separate sort of thing. So you dropped it in. It's a voicemail of her bragging about fucking you up or something. And don't cross her again or mess with her, stuff like that maybe.
Because would Nexus be able to like splice it so then how in things like the sensational like side of things like the tabloids, how they usually like piece like what somebody says and like they edit it in such a way. Reality TV.
Oh right, yeah. Give me
all the time.
And just to see about this bonus, see if we can drive it home. If somebody, Nexus, if you have a composition sort of skill check, you can give me, or if you think of another. That maybe you are stronger in, that would make sense in this way. A sort of tech thing would kind of work too, but I would love it to more lean on like composition and more of like the artistic creative side of like, manipulating this video.
And I think,
and if not, just give me a raw composition check, even if
I have a little bit more in tech than I do with composition.
Okay, what tech? Just general tech, basic tech? Or...
Yeah, I have like a 2. I have a 2 in basic.
Okay, yeah. All right, yeah, give me that.
Or would this be... Well, no. I think that works.
Yeah, to me, it's a tech
to try
thing.
to like limit like to splice it, it would be probably more of the editing side of things, right?
Right.
Would forgery make sense?
Yeah, I could take forgery too.
Do you have any ranks in forgery?
I don't. I have more in tech because of the whole VTube situation.
Yeah, go for it. Do tech.
Editing.
Like, part of me wants to see Nexus go into Netrunner, so her VTuber is her Netrunning avatar.
No, and that backs it up too. Pulse Nexus is able to kind of manipulate that message to make it a bit more incriminating in your favor. So she's manipulated it in such a way that she fits it into the story. So now you've got those 4 pieces of evidence that you've kind of manifested. You've kind of manufactured this evidence, but you've been able to come up with 4 different points of evidence. So now your believability check goes 2 higher. You're a rank 5 media, correct, Nexus?
Yes.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6 out of 10 chance now. Thanks to all that evidence. So you're going to have to basically do a credibility check, or just a believability check. Just do 1d10. I think that's what it does when you do that credibility check on your sheet, but I'm not positive. That might pull in your rank. So just give me a 1d10.
Okay, 1d10.
Yeah, just give me a 1d10. We'll test that later. Hey, thanks, Moog. I got another -2. You guys are fucked if you guys run into any enemies.
I rolled a 10, but I don't know if did it show up?
No.
No, it rolled a 10.
Yeah, no, I don't see it showing up here.
Oh, it still rolled a 10.
Nice. The problem with that is we've up until this point, anytime we've done a believability check, we do a 1d10 in hopes that it lands in 1 through 6, right? You have a 1 in 6 chance.
No.
You've actually fallen outside, and that's almost considered a crit failure. You're like at the peak of failing on that, actually. So yeah, you put it out. You put out this news report. Not a lot of outlets are picking it up. In fact, you actually get some backlash, some negative messages coming back to your board, talking about Pulse manipulating stories. This doesn't seem like her, and like some of the fans are kind of like questioning, the authenticity of your morals and things like that when it comes to being a media now. Just a little bit. Some of your fan base is questioning that online.
Don't even sweat it. Like, Gnostics is a little bit more like nervous and stuttering over himself now as he's talking to Nexus. He obviously did not realize that you were Pulse, who he's known about on the data pulse for a while. Like, had no idea that you were this person. So he's just like, oh, don't even sweat it. Like, it's actually no. Fuck those fucking naysayers.
This doesn't normally happen.
It's okay. It's okay. It just means I need.
He must really be lining some pockets.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. Just means I need to go a little more incognito when we get outside of the combat zone.
Hank's phone goes off. His agent starts ringing. It's a direct call from Mr. Cromwell.
Well, this is going to be fun. Hello, Mr. Cromwell.
You want to tell me why all of you are fucking around, taking out and flatlining little college students while you should be doing a gig for the Corp? What the fuck is going on?
They attacked us while we were discussing business.
Right, I know that's your story and you're sticking to it, but we've all seen what Pulse put out. We all see the response. It's bullshit. Stop fucking around. Save those efforts for our stories. Get back on point. Get back to the gig. He hangs up.
Mr. Cromwell, my shit don't stink. Man.
I was really just about to call dibs on your cyberware.
We really ought to bury him.
We really should.
B1 Hank.
Once we get the termites removed from the apartment, then we also go after the fucking queen. The queen of the hive.
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Nexus, when you signed up for this gig, did they give you any cyberware?
Yeah.
Good, then you're in the same boat as the rest of us.
It would seem so.
But
And just, what was that, Scarecrow?
I would say wouldn't necessarily call it good. Being chipped and bugged is
Well, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Anyways, all right, that
I
didn't
will
work.
say, wait, Bella's not Belladonna anymore.
That's Jax.
Jax, yes.
Bella's
if you
quite
can-
indisposed right now.
Okay, so is this your shop or Bella's shop?
It's our shop.
Your shop, but equally.
Yes.
Fantastic. You might want to increase the percentage on all of your procedures, even though we had the faux pas with the story. You will still see an uptick in people who want to use your services. So I might have said that I would give a little discount which means you should probably up the price.
Oh, I intend to. I caught that part, so we would definitely
Jax?
work on that.
Jax, you got any whiskey?
Top shelf.
Good. And you see Hank very kind of solemnly take the bottle and he downs it.
Jesus, you could have shared. Ask if the rest of us are fucking thirsty.
And he kills the bottle.
Who's gonna want a bit of that?
Let's do a
Resist torture and drugs?
Yeah, exactly. What's the is that DV 15 or let me double check that. Oh, just skipped it.
The sirens outside was worrying me, actually.
I will take one of those +2s for this roll.
Sticks, I have some cheap stuff if you want it. I have some synthahol tucked away.
Alright, I'll take that.
Hand him the bottle.
Hold on, let me add the +2 modifier here.
Hold on, I'm
Can
on
I
that.
pour in what's a glass?
Oh yeah, it's
17 total.
oh nice. Yeah, you passed it. Yeah, let me just double check it though that it's 15 and not
I think it is.
Yeah,
I
15.
think, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's 15. So yeah, you pass it. You down the whole bottle. You know, you're drunk. You're buzzed. You know, you're feeling a buzz off of it at least. But you know, you're feeling euphoric, loose, happy, ready to party. In game terms, you get a +2 to dance, contortionist, conversation, human perception, persuasion, and acting.
At which point you just see Hank put the bottle down. It's like, it's been a long time since I've done that. Glad to see the body remembers.
You also all notice Hank kind of bobbing his head, tapping his foot a little. There's no music playing.
So, let's get back to discussing business.
Right.
Are you sure you want to discuss business and not pleasure?
No, let's get back to business. My pleasures of the past have caused us enough problems.
There?
So, roller coasters. What's your thoughts on all of that?
Gnostics, just because I downed that entire bottle doesn't mean I'm still not capable of knocking you the fuck out.
What are you talking about? Like, no, I mean, we're going to fucking Pacifica Playland. There's roller coasters there.
Don't you think that would attract too much attention if we tied this guy up to the roller coaster and had him run over by it?
I don't think that's where anyone was going with that, but we
Oh.
put a pin in that for sure.
Wait, I
Oh,
thought we were going to
my
try to go
bad,
the-
my bad.
We were going to try to go the ex-wife route, and then you guys sneak into her place.
Yes, we could definitely do that. Probably get into her personal computer, pull up whatever she has there. Oh shit! No, the only question is, would the daughter be home?
Well, I'll spike her down. Fucking put.
No.
It-
What about it's every other weekend, right? Every other weekend he takes the daughter. What if Nexus, you get some time with the wife on the weekend that the daughter is taken away? That should leave the house empty for us to get in there and do what we need to do.
I like it. We have a ladies' night.
And since the daughter's not there, she should be able to stay out late, or at least, you know, if it's during the daytime, whatever. Do we know where she lives?
No, you know where
I
she
mean-
works. Nexus got her number and stuff, right?
I'm sure I can figure that out.
Okay.
Just, you know, try to hang out, get that
The-
information.
The Mark's residence, that is in the. He was in a Beaverville in the exec zone, right? If I'm remembering correctly.
He's definitely in the exec zone. I don't
Yep.
know what kind of place he lives in.
Now, wouldn't her phone number be tied to an address as well if we did that to figure out where exactly she is?
Yeah, you could do a library search and see how that comes back.
You want me to look it up as well?
Here you go. And then basically Nexus will kind of give the number, like shoot that over to Gnostics.
Yeah, whoever wants to do library search with that number, go for it. Give yourself the bonus for using your agent. You get a
Up
+2.
Get a +2. It's a B16.
Nice. Gnostics, yeah, it's coming up. Her information basically comes up working for that business, and actually she gets some type of like partial coverage by working full time for the restaurant. They cover some living expenses and things like that for their employees. It's a weird co-op plan to get new employees loyal to them and their expansion chain. Like you're seeing info about that. But it links her basically to an apartment building in Little Europe, couple blocks down from the restaurant she works at. What was it? The Green, or what was the name of that restaurant?
Fiddler's Green?
No.
Fiddler's Green.
No. It was called. It was. Well, anyways.
Oh no, not Fiddler's Green.
Oh, Pons.
Pons. Thank you. Yeah, she's literally, a couple blocks down from that is her apartment building in Little Europe.
Should we check it out? Take a little bit of scope, a little walk around. I mean, Frank isn't too fucking pissed.
In a couple of days, I think we need to let the heat die down. At least in my case.
Is that just because you're steaming right now?
Gnostics, I like you. Doesn't mean I won't hit you.
All right, but you gotta tell me which one is the real me, the one on the left or the one on the right?
Are we doing a brawling check here in a minute, or?
I pop my rippers and I just show off my big necks and like that's fine. I can hit both of you.
That's gonna get clipped.
Big guns away.
I'm not gonna shoot. I would never shoot Gnostics.
Boys, no scuffling in the office.
Very well, Jax. Oh, you mentioned the night market. That was in a couple of days, right?
So,
Where's that?
who we talking?
Which night market?
The Jax, you mentioned there was a night market in a couple of days, right?
Right.
Okay. I think we should hit that before we go after the wife's place. Maybe get some new toys, maybe pick up some electronics we might need to take this guy out. Because odds are if he's any level of an exec for Militech, he's probably got Trauma Team.
Oh, definitely.
Tracking devices, bugs.
The thing is, I know we've got 2 skilled thieves on our team, but there's thieving and then there's doing a B&E in the exec zone.
Oh no, she's in Little Europe.
I'm talking
So
if we have to get the guy's DNA hit, like, or if we're going to be going into his place, or if we're going to be catching him out and about town somewhere.
Honestly, catching him after he drops off his daughter is probably going to be the best option.
But if he's That's a question. That's a question if he shows up solo, if it is a purely daddy-daughter time, or if he has a driver and a shadow chauffeur.
Well,
I mean,
thought the plan was to basically have the daughter with the dad temporarily, kind of have something planted, maybe send some type of message where she has to come pick up the daughter, to separate the daughter from the dad, and then you guys can do whatever you want.
I was thinking logistically.
But you can still go into her place and get whatever you want.
Ooh. What if we were to actually just forge documents so we can actually get into Beaverville? Like we're a cleaning crew or something.
That's going to be rough.
Forge some papers. Says like you got to fucking acquaintance.
Do I look
That's
like I'd be
alright,
cleaning
not all-
anybody's toilets?
Yeah. I mean, no, not personally, but I mean, we don't actually have to be the ones cleaning the toilets. Once we get inside, we just fucking 86 the fucking gun.
Killing him in the exec zone is a recipe for disaster.
That would bring down all kinds of heat that we don't want.
If we were to just go in as a cleaning crew and walk out with his toothbrush,
But we also have to make him disappear.
Right. He has to retire upstate somewhere.
Clean to the
And so, real quick, Rob, both of Hank's parents worked for Militech. Would he have any knowledge on what type of security would be expected? Not necessarily like he knows full on, but a guess that he would be able to make.
I mean, for Militech or the Militech building for their execs in the exec zone, the block. What do you mean?
Oh no, Hank wouldn't know anything about that. His parents weren't high enough up for that.
They
But
just worked at Militech.
what?
You wanna
Yeah,
know
they
about
worked at Militech.
Yeah, I mean, basically,
As far as like security, that a mid-level exec like this guy, if he's living in the exec zone, he's probably got it, high up in the company.
oh yeah,
What
he's got to at least be above rank 5, to be put up in not just the exec zone, but in the official like corpo building, not in one of like the kind of like canaps or whatever. So like he's above rank 5. You have no idea how high up or whatever, but he's at least above 5. The Militech offices are in Night City, located on the Noreal NorCal military base. Access to non-governmental personnel is restricted. So that like non-personnel from Militech, they're just not there. They're not allowed there. You're just not allowed to kind of enter the Militech building or the NorCal military base. Any meeting held with outsiders is in a secure building that sits between the two security checkpoints. So like Militech, it's really secure, as you would expect.
yeah.
And I kind of convey that to the rest of the group. It's like, I grew up with this. My parents worked for them. There's no way we're going to be able to get to him in the exec zone or anywhere near Militech headquarters in NorCal. It's just not going to happen. The only way
why
we're going to
he
get him
brings-
is outside of this, and we need to grab him after he drops off his daughter. I don't want
Right.
to I don't want to put the daughter into any harm's way.
No, yeah, we make sure that he has to bring the girl to the wife. And then when he's heading back, that's when you attack.
His father-daughter time gets interrupted. He gets depressed, drinks, and drives, and gets himself into an accident.
Oops.
We need to find a way to neutralize the trauma team signal.
What we could actually cause, like, maybe a bit of a stir, a panic, a riot. Actually, it's actually at the playground by the sea, so lots of people, a few gunshots. Like, trauma team is gonna have a hard time getting through a fucking stampeding crowd.
No, we need too public. We remember, no witnesses.
You want to really stand off against them? They'll fucking pierce your fucking skull right from your shoulders.
Gnostics, this is the gig that we've been given. I don't like it, but it's what we gotta do.
Suicide?
No, suicide would be going after him in the exec zone or at NorCal. That's suicide.
Now,
Catching
Gnostics
him at-
might have a point. If there's a situation that happens at this little amusement park, not saying that it has to be something violent, okay? Just like, I don't know, stuff isn't working anymore. They have to shut it down, some infection in the water, whatever. And then he has to bring her back. But I'm with the mom, and the mom is pissed off. They get into an argument. She takes the kid. He heads back. Then you do your thing. I don't know. I'm just sort of tossing ideas out.
It's
No,
not
that
a
would
bad
have-
idea.
That'd be solid, love.
It's not a bad idea.
It's I think the most economical option. Otherwise, we'd have to hope and pray that there is going to be some kind of signal blocker we can get at the night market, and that is a whole lot of shooting in the dark.
Ambition, friend.
That's
What would be a success?
Hold on a second. Hold on. Pull up my agent, and I call my old buddy Numbers, who worked with us on the last gig.
What's up?
Hey, Numbers.
What's up?
Got a question for you, man. What would we need if we needed to jam somebody's trauma team signal?
Wow. You just don't stop getting into the shit, man. All right.
I mean, you saw the news today. Apparently
no,
not.
I saw it. I wasn't going to bring it up. I figured, salt in the wound sort of situation. But yeah, look, you know how they work. It depends on the caliber of exec. But if he's got it synced up to his agent and a biomonitor, the only way to intercept that is get a hold of his agent, try to get in it, see how it's connected to his biomonitor, and intercept that shit before you flatline him. I mean, you can't intercept trauma team. If the biomonitor's connected, you got to intercept that. You're never going to stop the signal to trauma team because, man, once they flatline, that signal's like instantaneous. Trauma team doesn't fuck around with their execs, man.
But that's it. But that's if he gets flatlined. If he's unconscious but alive, they won't get called.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's what triggers it.
Does a biomonitor still work if a sword has gone through it?
Yeah, that'd probably trigger it, my man. Yeah, Hank, just get your team on point. Come on, man. That's common sense.
No. Yeah, no. I appreciate it, Numbers. You know I love you, man. All right, that was the information I needed. You have yourself a good night, brother.
Be safe.
I'm trying.
He hangs up.
All right, so we don't flatline them until after we collect everything we need, and then we get the fuck out of Dodge.
Let's take our break right there. 5-minute bio break. I think just as a GM, really impressed on the critical thinking that the team just went through and what Brianna came up with to kind of find the location, separate the kid from that situation, and know where he will be at that moment by being with her. This whole setup, and then Hank's idea with the biomonitor thing, like just really clever stuff here. I'm really impressed, and I love it. I love where all this is going. Let's take our 5-minute bio break. Don't anybody go anywhere in chat. We'll be right back. I'm going to leave the mics hot.
Had to make up for that rule.
Hey, no, it's
I forgot.
okay.
If you play so many different games, usually high is better, and then you're like, wait, oh god.
No, it's okay. Honestly, it was a long shot to begin with.
Hey, we went for it, guys. We went for it.
It was a long shot to begin with. It's okay.
It's you miss all the shots you don't take, so there's a chance. Yeah,
because even with 4 pieces of evidence, which we had, that would have only given us a 7 out of 10 chance.
Yeah.
So even because you're rank 5, so it would have given us a +2. We still would have failed on that. So it happens. It's gonna make things a lot more interesting. Because I guarantee you, Myung's gonna see that and she's gonna come gunning for Hank.
I mean, maybe. No, not even a maybe.
Not even a maybe. That's a goddamn T. So I apologize, guys. When I created this backstory, I didn't intend for it to go this badly.
But those are the best backstories.
I'm lying. I'm
drama.
I'm lying. I'm so here for it.
It's amazing.
'Cause 7 out of 10 ain't bad. Thank you, Cold Spider. I love you.
Thank you. Yes. Hey, you got it.
Glad to see another Meatloaf fan in the audience.
You gotta shoot your shot. Everclear makes everything clearer.
Clearer.
There needs to be some more R's.
I mean, after downing a bottle of whiskey, Hank would agree it makes things clearer. Oh, dude, the backstory for Hank, man, it is something. Like I have a PDF
So
that I
It's
wrote
so
up that
good.
is an audio journal of Hank
Mhm.
telling his backstory, and I'm tempted to put it up on because right now the only people that have seen it are Utahime and Rob. They're the only ones I've given it to.
Maybe like a
Um,
Patreon exclusive, you know?
I mean, I'd be happy to throw it up. Give Rob the permission to do that. Yeah, I was telling a friend of mine about the game and all the rest of it, and about Hank. And when I told him about how the backstory works and how you can roll for tragic love affairs, friends, and enemies, it was a 1, 2, 3 punch. I had one friend, Numbers, two two enemies, Myung and Corpo, who we have not run into yet.
Yet.
And then 3 tragic love affairs. And yeah, like his first, Hank's first boyfriend got killed under mysterious circumstances. His second partner went cyber psycho. And Myung counts as, or Colette counts as the 3rd tragic love affair because she got locked up.
You're an interesting man.
I didn't necessarily set out to make a complicated character, but the dice roll said here.
I'm like, isn't that like that's also too a musician, just like having all of these different epic loves, like tragic love story. Like it just makes sense. It makes for good lyrics.
I mean,
Exactly.
I was trying to make an anti Johnny Silverhand, and I kind of ended up making a nicer Johnny Silverhand.
And yeah, alternate timeline where Johnny Silverhand isn't in a repentant dickbag.
It's dangerous to date Hank C. Yes, it is. Hank comes with warning stickers. Yes, he does.
That's where all those patches are.
I thought they were advertisements.
They were advertisements.
Both. Bit of both.
Hank
Your
should come with a
enough.
Hank should come with a warning. Might fuck up your life.
But you know that would not keep them away. That's usually a challenge. Like,
Yeah.
really? But how? I'm
Mama,
gonna
no, I can
test
fix
this.
him.
I can fix him.
Like fucking the Hank C. Hallmark movie.
Oh God.
But the red flags are so attractive. Exactly, Doctor. Exactly.
Well, so like, yeah, Hank has had a rough life, but he doesn't have a lot of red flags. He has some though.
And yeah, was that? I guess it's more of a question to Belladonna is if the was that bottle of whiskey like a bottle or was that like a handle?
That was a
I bet
bottle.
it. All right, so I mean, anyone who just completely sucks down a bottle of Jack, well, it's a red flag. And as someone who made that mistake once in college and never again.
Oh.
Well, that's the thing. You guys, like,
Ouch.
in the times you guys have been out with Hank, you don't see him drink very often, and you don't see him like that's a bad sign. That's a bad sign that he's drinking like that.
There's a slap sticker on it that says "Liquid Courage." Strictly used. It's strictly used for medical procedures.
Yes. This with Everclear. Speaking of this,
Like all the wallets you steal are just for medical procedures to keep people from biting their tongues. You know, it's
Yeah.
not for the money.
Exactly.
Danny
helping them.
Nickelback. Oh, to hell! You can go to hell.
mwah.
Danny Nickelback. You can go to hell.
I love you too, buddy.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, the Hank C story played by John Stamos.
Oh my god.
Oh God.
Lord.
Oh God. I don't know whether that would be tragic or funny.
Both?
Maybe.
It's like that. This is why you give your story to independent medias and not to, N54. Because not only would that be a movie, that'd be a fucking brain dance.
I feel like if any of you guys watched How I Met Your Mother, and like when that movie was made about Ted, the wedding bride, and like they all thought it was funny, and then then The Wedding Bride 2 came out, they're all still laughing at it until Marshall like saw that he was in the movie. Like I feel like the Hank C story, we'd all be laughing at it until like Scarecrow saw how he was portrayed.
Oh.
Because if Hank had any creative control, and he's like, no, we're gonna fuck with that.
Yeah. It's like there's like the Kill Bill sirens. Like that's not in the film score. That was I did not intend for that. The love tap had a bit more rough love in it than I meant, but it counted as evidence.
You were trying to
it did
get
help.
even. That was just all like, I'm gonna hit him so hard.
But I was like, oh god, please roll low, because Rob
Just
was like,
added
oh,
a little bit of extra intent on that one.
yeah. But I immediately then Hank, which I think fits, is like, all right, if it's trickle down economics, who's it trickling down to next?
So you ready?
Gnostics.
You ready
Yep.
to go back?
Yep.
All right, we're officially back. Everyone can see us as well as they continue to hear us. I left the mics hot, so we're back. Thanks, chat, for hanging out, not going anywhere. I really appreciate all of you being part of our story, also for redeeming the negatives and +2s, plot twists, all that fun stuff. I really appreciate all of you being part of our story. So it sounds like the team gathered up at Belladonna and Jax's Ripperdoc shop. They kind of came up with a tentative plan, potentially Nexus using the connection to Drake Peterson's ex-wife, Kelly, to maybe have a girls' night out, maybe even going out when she has the daughter or something like that. I think they talked about while the team breaks in, using her place to maybe send off some messages or something to Drake to get him to meet up for the kids somehow. And then they'll be able to kind of triangulate the location and hopefully separate the kid from keep the kid with the ex-wife. Don't let the kid go with Drake, or separate if he has custody. However that ends up working out, I think it at least allows you to see, where he is, kind of control where he's going by getting control over her place and emails and things like you're trying to do. I think using Nexus hookups to get her away for that chance to even be available is the route you're trying. But yeah, I think these plans are clever. Let's see how they work out and what the dice have to say about that shit, right? All right, so the team's back at the shop.
Great start.
Yeah. We got. Hey, you got a +2 there from your own teammate. Usually don't allow that from own teammates, but we'll allow it. But yeah, let's go for it. The team's at the shop. I'll let you all take the mic from there as you kind of make up your tentative plan. If you want to, hit that night market, we can streamline to the next night, to the night market that Jax has a hookup to. Potentially try to see what kind of items you can get there. Didn't we roll and determine the types of items that were going to be there? Wasn't there a hookup to that with medical supplies and something else, if I'm not mistaken?
Not that I was aware of,
I
don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember us like.
Yeah, that's fine. We can streamline to the night market if you want to do stuff like that. If you need to do some supplies for this mission, we can also streamline to the weekend that she's going to have custody, or the weekend that he's going to have custody. Whatever you all want to do, you can discuss it amongst yourselves and let me know.
Yeah, let's go to the night market.
Yeah. I imagine since the night market is happening the next day, Hank will recover some of the HP he lost. I think it's 5. Or it's whatever his body is.
Yeah, it's whatever your body stat is, and that's it. Back to your HP if you get a full day of rest.
Yeah, it's your body a day. Yeah.
Exactly. The only way you can get your body plus your will is if you meet up a med tech that might have some speed heal. I don't know if Belladonna, as a med tech, has made any speed heal using her rank ability and role and money to make those things. But that's something to think about in the future. Maybe something to do.
Right.
Wasn't that they were called microsurgeons or nanosurgeons in 2020. I think they were enhanced antibodies in red.
Yeah, it's literally called speed heal, and that's what it has.
No, it's the enhanced antibodies for the cyberware.
Yeah,
that's
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that does body times 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I
No,
don't
I've
have
got it.
I don't,
Yeah, the
I don't
speed-
have that.
Yeah, no, exactly. The speed heal is more of like a third-party administration. Like anybody can take it. You don't need cyber or whatever, but it has to be administered by a med tech. They're the only ones that can make it and get in, give you the dose or whatever. But yeah, no, absolutely. You have some options there. But yeah, at least get your body stat back, getting some sleep. We can streamline to the midnight or the night market the next day, and all of you kind of crash out in Jax's Ripper Doc shop, laying low. And yeah, get up the next day. It's time for the market. You all grab some food. Again, just laying low. Not trying to fuck around in Little Europe or get out too much in Night City unless you absolutely have to at this point. But yeah, streamlining to the night unless there's anything else.
I was just going to say Hank would make a trip back to his cargo container, leave the vest behind, and real quick just trying to go through a couple of things with his tech hair and chem skin, just trying to change up his appearance as much as he can to give himself a little bit more, that way if anybody takes a good hard look at him, they'll probably recognize him, but at least at first glance, it might give him enough breathing space.
Yeah, give me a wardrobe and style check so I can kind of set a DVD here.
Very good.
Yeah,
I will take one of the +2s for that.
Nice, yeah.
Able to all, like, if we needed to go and grab anything from where we reside.
Yeah, you can do that.
There's hopes.
Oh, the baby.
21 total.
Nice. Cool. Yeah, you changed up your look, and you did a great job. You pretty much, look like a different person. Well, we can even say you shaved down, or, you go a bit drastic with it. Meeting up with the team as everyone kind of gathers their things, cleans up, and meets back up to hit this night market. The rest of you notice, like, Hank looks completely different. You almost didn't recognize him at first.
Oh, it's finally decided to sell out.
Gnostics, I'm sober right now. This is not the time.
Look,
You look good to me. You look good.
that's good.
Thank you.
Nice and spiffy.
I figured I might as well try to not draw as much attention as possible.
Who knew you could clean up so well?
Hopefully your fans still recognize you.
Honestly, I hope they don't.
This the one time you'll probably say that, so let's remember it.
All right, where is this night market, by the way? What part of town are we going to?
It's in Japantown, I swear to God.
No, this night market is in the old combat zone. Yeah, this one's basically set up in an old parking garage that's since been abandoned for the past months, if not years. And Jax knows about this one because when you enter the parking garage, you're supposed to go down to the lower levels to access it. But that's about all you know about it so far.
I will say that Nexus also too changed into like this black, like sexy, like tank combo with leather pants for this night market in case it helps with deals.
Party face. We've got two of them.
All right, let's see what we can find.
Nice, and let's get Nexus do a wardrobe and style, so I can set a DVD with that in case the chance comes up for that to be a bonus or something in the future.
Yeah, I like that.
Let's see.
Is
But yeah,
that for me? No, that's wardrobe and style.
wardrobe and style, yeah. But yeah, the rest of you get back together. Like I said, Hank looks completely different. Nexus is really done up. Got a sexy look going on, ready to kind of persuade people if necessary.
Oh, she definitely winks at Scarecrow.
Nice. Oh,
Good
nice. That's a
underdraft.
great. You got a crit success there. Got a 19. Both of you, great wardrobes and styles. Yeah. As everyone shows up, Gnostics, Nexus, Belladonna, Scarecrow. You barely recognize Hank. He looks like a different person. You had to double take. Like, who the fuck is this walking up into the shop? And like, oh my god, it's Hank. Like, great job changing up your look. As Nexus walks in, it's like, holy shit. Like, looks hot as hell. Completely sexy. Could manipulate some persuasive moments. They're just top-notch wardrobe and style, both of them.
I just look at Nexus and be like, oh, fuck, if I knew we were going to dress like that, I might not have changed so much. Ain't nobody going to be looking at me.
Hey,
It's
don't count
bold
your
choice to
sword.
shave half your face.
Really?
I like this look a lot.
You know what? I've given
Bear
you
Bear,
enough
you can
grief
take
over the
some
last few
tips.
days. I've given you enough grief, Scarecrow. I'm not going to take that person.
But in all honesty, I beneath all that fuzz, I knew you had a solid chin. My hand sure did.
Thank you, Nosta. Or sorry, thank you, Scarecrow.
I
All
could
right,
be
let-
matter.
Sorry, jaw's still a little bit sore. All right, let's check out the night market, see what we can find.
Yeah, let's do it.
So what do we have? Do we have in this night market?
This is the first time I'm attending one as a player. I've run my fair share, but never actually been to one.
First one, yay!
Same.
The last one I ran for my players, one of them almost got scalp chopped at it.
Oh,
Yeah, there's like, oh yeah, they put cyberware in that one. Go reclaim it.
Yeah, let's do for fun here. We have the vendors at Mr. K's market. Let's go with that because only once before, and if you can imagine, the 10 plus seasons of multiple teams, the 5 different teams, 2 years of streaming, over 250 something dedicated stream videos just to that. I've only got to use this one other time, the whole Cyberpunk Red data pack from RTG that they hooked me up with. And they have a cool table back here where you can roll to figure out who the different vendors are at the night market. So let's just go with the fact that this is Mr. K's night market. There's some unique stalls down here as you get dropped off by Combat Cab by this parking garage. And you see it's basically run down. This part of the block looks like there's literally nothing here until you enter the parking garage. Jax, for the most part, leading the way. She's probably the most familiar here. She's been here to kind of get some underground meds at discount prices, things like that. We can even say Jax, maybe not Belladonna, but Jax knows Mr. K, who runs the market. In fact, as you kind of go down a couple levels into the garage, you pass one level that's just completely destroyed. Looks like it wouldn't even go beyond that. But if you kind of get by that and keep going down to the next level, all of a sudden it's like lit up with neons. There's generators running. There's vendor booths. There's music playing. There's people mingling and walking around. And as I kind of set up the mood here, I'm going to bring up the night market sound
can I
set
ask
here.
what ethnicity is Mr. K?
Yeah, Jax, what do you think? I would love to make this an NPC that Jax knows because of the shop and pulling the whole night market option into the team from the previous session. So let's let Jax kind of think of that for a second, and whatever you think. What is Mr. K? What does he look like? What is he like?
Kind of slick and suave dressing. He's probably from one of the Slavic nations. Came over from Bosnia or Hungary or something. He's an arms dealer by trade.
Nice.
Kind of a distinct a scar on one of his cheeks from some dealings that he's had. Heavy accent. You accenting like cyberware, like big nuts. Him that he's sporting, kind of gold plated.
Nice. I'm just adjusting some of the volumes here in Sirenscape so we don't get overpowered too much.
Imagine like Dolph.
What was that?
Like with Mr. K, I'm imagining like a Dolph Lundgren.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Maybe a little more straight weathered, but absolutely same type of vibe. And just like Jax explained, as you get down there, you see people kind of working the different vendor booths, mingling. You even see Mr. K kind of walking through the crowd, and then at one point he makes eye contact, and then just kind of walks up to Jax and your group, and just Jax, welcome to the night market. Please help yourself as always. Everyone's here.
Cause, darling, I'm glad to see you. I brought some friends.
Yes, I see that. I hope they have deep pockets, so let's go spend.
That's the plan, sir. That's the plan.
I love him.
Okay, I have to get back to business. Go, spend money, spend money. He turns and kind of walks off.
Please tell me you're gonna clip that. Please.
And yeah, let's go with everybody give me a 1D100. They're in Fantasy Grounds, and this is going to kind of determine the booths that we're working with here.
Which one is it? The farthest that goes up to me is a D20, it looks like.
It's
I don't
me.
know.
Yeah, it's the biggest one there, the D100, I believe.
Oh, that is a D100, okay.
Oh yeah, down at the bottom there in Fantasy Grounds. Just grab that. Look at
Wait,
that.
I rolled a D20.
I do not see a D100 in
I don't
mine.
see a D100. Yeah.
Oh.
Neither do I.
If you go right-click the
Oh, it's just-
D10, the percent, and
then just change
brings
that
it
to 10.
radial,
Yeah,
and then it'll bring up a percentile.
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see there.
Oh, there we go.
38.
I got a 2.
91. Jesus. That's
Wait, did
This-
mine not work? Wait.
Yeah, if you grab it and
Oh,
then
there we
throw
go,
it
there
into
we
the
go,
chat
there we
window,
go.
yeah.
that 91 is exactly why I had a 100% fail rate in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so it looks like we've got some results here. Let's go around the table. Gnostics, what did you roll there?
38.
38.
Oh, 58. Sorry, rolled a 58.
Yeah. What? Sorry.
I need to increase the light here to be able to read. Give me 1 second. Let's see, 58. Bonbons. Hey, and this actually is carrying Alley Cat's signature chocolate. If anybody has watched my weekly Sirenscape stream, the team there, Alley Cats, is very familiar with Bonbons and has a signature chocolate series release from them. Even did their release party. But Bonbons is a classy chocolatier. Basically, they make chocolates, all kind of convection stuff, designer chocolates, top level chocolates. It's basically run by Yvonne and Simon. They're a brother and sister team. Both Simon and Yvonne have a benevolent mindset. They started out in the street with very little until Yvonne's street candy making became viral as a Rocker Boys brain dance music video. And they try, and they hire appearances from similarly humble backgrounds. Sorry for the scattered reading. I'm really lacking lighting in here. I always have a hard time from this angle, but basically that's the same one that Alley Cats hooked up with, and Alley Cats is the rocker that basically hooked up Yvonne and Simon when they first got started with Bonbons and helped them go viral through the brain dances. But Bonbons is there. Let's see. What did Hank roll?
2.
Oh, a 2?
Mighty 2.
Kamiko's. Basically, I have Kamiko's currently run by Hanamoto Fujuko, the original Kamiko's daughter-in-law, and the stall specializes in selling upcycled and reclaimed kimono silks. Oh, kimono. That's kimonos.
Yeah, kimonos.
Kamiko's kimonos. Okay, there it is. So they sell kimono silks from before the time of the Red for an additional exorbitant fee. Kimbo's will turn the silk into a kimono. Oh, will turn any silk into a kimono. Kamiko's also sells kimono accessories like what is an obis? I'm not sure what an obis is.
Obese. It's the
Oh,
sash.
obis. Oh, the sash. Okay, cool. An obis. Fans. Azori, Azabi. I'm not sure what those are. I imagine more additions to, basically anything that you would need for a kimono. They have all the fine silks and they put together like top-notch and stuff. Actually have access from before the time of Red. So pretty deep supplies there if you're into that wardrobe and style side of kimono wear. Let's see.
And as I'm looking at it, it's like Colette would have loved this.
What about Jax?
Sleeping.
I know. I'm like, wait, how much? Like.
Oh,
next
it's 72.
Salanders. Salanders is a custom gun shop with a waiting list 6 months long. And when Salanders says custom, they mean custom, with resident gunsmiths machining your gun from scratch without the aid without the aid of 3D printers. Only the most exquisite pieces are made here, and Salander's guns have ended up in a secret desk drawers. Oh, they ended up in the secret desk drawers of CEOs and the armories of dictators alike. So yeah, it's real top-notch weapons and custom weapons for pretty much anyone. Lots of top-level execs use their stuff. Just to reinforce the lesson, let's see here. Currently, it's quite fashionable for corporate families to present a child with their first firearm on their 15th birthday as they start dating. Just to reinforce the lesson that no means no, even in the time of red, and personalized inlaid guns from Salanders are the most fashionable of all. So yeah, a little bit of fun lore there for red in Salanders. So custom guns and weapons from Salanders. What did Scarecrow roll?
I rolled a 91.
91. Little Princess. Want to experience all the joys of parenting without the trouble of changing nappies? Yeah, the staff here at Little Princess are here to help. The professional nannies at Little Princess are all specialists in caring for children from high-profile families who may be targets for kidnap and unlicensed corporate extraction. Nannies must take classes in childcare, nutrition, childhood pedagogy? What? Childhood pedagogy?
Pedagogy?
Oh, pedagogy? Yeah. Childhood
pedagogy.
Childhood pedagogy, child psychology, first aid, defensive driving, and bodyguarding to pass stringent standards, and are discreetly armed and armored to ensure that no harm will come to their precious charges. Little Princess maintains both Mr. Carnigan's market. Oh, I guess that's his name. Mr. K is Carnigan. Mr. Carnigan's market to sign up new clients, but the nannies go to homes and offices as needed. So yeah, we'll call them Mr. K anyways. But yeah, that's their Little Princesses, which are pretty much nannies corporates use, so they don't have to raise their own kids for the most part. And they're so trained, it's like having a solo and a med tech pretty much on point at all times. So that's pretty interesting. Nexus, what did you roll? What was that, Scarecrow?
I was gonna say, like, the Scarecrow might drop off a fucking resume, like, so they don't.
Yeah, I was just thinking of, like, can you imagine Scarecrow as?
I mean, Vin Diesel did a movie about that, so.
I had 85.
85. Nice. Mona's. Mona's is another upscale restaurant, but it could not be more different than Angelo's in tone and style. Located at a large, comfortable field tent, Mona's purports to be a family restaurant serving hearty, wholesome food. They deliver experiences wholesale wait staff, trained to be warm and familiar with customers. Entries range from meatloafs to macaroni and cheese. All the foods are made fresh, so fresh food, lots of home cooked meal. Very hearty food. Mona's is Mona's is a popular place to celebrate family events. With both some more informal CEOs prefer to take their staff out to Mona's in an attempt to soften their image. Okay, so yeah, frequent by CEOs, which would make sense. You know, it's a lot of real food, which is expensive, but they're here at the night market. They basically have a tent set up. They have a bunch of real food, and it's down home cooked sort of hearty food like meatloafs, macaronis, and stuff like that. But those are the main vendor tents that you see. That are kind of famous chains and things that you might see frequent different night markets if you're lucky enough to catch them. Aside from that, there's also normal night market things. So like there's a chance that you might find some generic gear, weapons, things like that. If there's anything beyond these vendors I named, we can just do a 1d10 check, and we can do like a 50-50, like, you know, heads or tails, odd or even, and see if you're lucky enough if that item is there or category, if there's something outside of these vendors. But I'll let you all take it from there as you kind of scan the area, you see everything going on, and you're standing in the middle of this night market.
Sorry, did I miss something? Did we miss Raven's roll?
No, Raven.
Mine was
Raven got the custom gun shop.
Yeah, custom guns.
Okay, my bad.
What was it? Salanders?
Yep.
Salanders. Talent, yeah.
Smashing, because I want to grab an excellent quality SMG or a heavy SMG.
Well, I would say before you even know it, Gnostics already has a plate of like macaroni and cheese and meatloaf, and is already stuffing his face. And the next time you see it, just like, I really love this fucking macaroni and cheese, you guys. So love.
Exactly, Pilgrim.
Gnostics, is that how you think the rest of us talk?
That sounds just like you.
The disrespect.
Well, fuck me sideways.
What
You
was
fucking
that?
prick.
What are you doing?
That's what you sound like, you fucking prick.
You sound like the fucking leprechaun from the cereal commercials. It's a fucking it's terrible.
Now you know what. Now you know what your accent sounds like when you try to speak like us.
You always selling that about your fucking cheeseburgers.
Oh. I walk away and I come back with a plate of mac and cheese, just like,
It's good though, isn't it?
it's damn good. It's damn good.
I think we've seen this in 2077, the big mac and cheeses sign.
Nexus turns to Gnostics while he's like cramming his face. I prefer sashimi.
Good though. Do you want to get one of those kimonos?
And he goes, oh, I really want to.
How much are the kimonos?
Scare Bear, do you want to go with me? You would look so
If-
good in a suit.
It has been far too long since I've worn one. I have
We
nothing
should
to
change
say.
that. We should change it.
We should. I doubt I can afford it, but at the very least, I can look at the price tag and have something to aspire to. Gun shop next, then I'll have to get a card from what's her face.
I'm telling you, Scare Bear, like those guns of yours would actually look really good in a kimono.
I know.
Come on, Scare Bear. Guns.
I remember I grew up in Tokyo.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't forget.
I'm saying the works. This is actually a very good night market. Actually, I'm tempted to spend money everywhere.
There's a lot of things I want and probably a lot of things I can't afford, but at the very least I can set my sights on something. So let's go look at the kimonos.
Nexus will link arms and like super excited to go to the shop.
Scarebear's honestly, I called myself Scarebear. Fuck.
Wow, it is
We
official.
did it, guys. We did it.
We've done it.
The quick hacks have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claimed it.
Yes. Because he is honestly excited to see like genuine free time of red silk kimonos because that awakens the kid in him a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Once
no,
the-
I would imagine
once
Scarecrow
those-
would see them and probably, have some memories and stuff. Like it would absolutely spark some nostalgia for you.
Yeah. It's like the kid in him waking up and just like, oh my god, I think I've worn something like that before. I can't wait to wear that again. But then also seeing like custom gunworks and being just like,
As soon as those two are outside of earshot, Hank just turns to Jax and Gnostics and goes, "How much you want to bet by the end of this job those two are gonna become, output input?"
Well, it's actually.
It's just Gnostics because I dipped over.
What's that?
What do you think the odds are that those two are going to become output input by the end of this job?
It's a fairly good point, actually. I'll think. What's the over under in that one, actually? If you're really willing to spend your eddies that way.
I mean, I'm willing to put down I'll say 25 eddies that they're going to end up hooking up.
Before or after?
Ooh, before or after? That is a good question. Let's say after, because I think with the way Scary is, he's always so focused on mission. Like after the mission's done, maybe that's when he'll let himself relax long enough to get laid.
And also, I would like to add, Hank getting that real mac and cheese from the Mona's booth and getting like some home cooked food. You know, it's expensive. We'll say it's 20 eddies just for that. It's like a whole meal with things in it. But did you multi-class? Are you into? No. Okay.
No, I did not do that yet.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna say you have the chance to haggle 10%. You're at a night market, but no. So yeah, you've got the food. What about Scarecrow? You enter the kimono shop. You enter Tomiko's, I think it was called.
Yes.
Yeah, and you get in there while Gnostic, Spelldown, and Hank are kind of chatting amongst themselves. You see them occasionally pointing at you and laughing, but yeah, you're in there. All the finest of silks and things you can imagine. You absolutely can find the kimono of your dreams here or have it made. So anything you can think of, you can describe, and that's what you can find in this shop as far as kimonos.
Before I paint myself the kimono of my dreams, how are they priced?
Yeah, let's say, you have options. You can spend, 50 up to 500. It depends on, how much of fine silks and combos and, chrome trims and neons you want added or keep it, pre-read traditional. It just depends on, how you want it to look and how elaborate. But I'll let you gauge that. How much do you think you would spend and how fancy would it be?
I think Scarecrow would want to keep it traditional, coming from a traditional household. But and not like the full shoulders to floor length. You'd want to get one of the more, it's like the more like lounge or working ones. So it's like it has the big sleeve that's goes to about like forearm length and is about like blazer down to the hips.
Oh yeah.
So one.
I was gonna say it's kind of like
the
the kimono version of Hugh Hefner's smoking jacket, right? Like you're like the kimono pimp version.
Is it mid-thigh?
Right.
Yeah, it comes down to mid thighs, sleeves come down to about here. Yeah.
So we have a new title for Scarecrow.
What's the
Scarecrow
price on that,
kimono
by the
pimp.
way? I wanted Nexus is specifically looking at the price of whatever he has his eyes on for reasons.
Gnostics would be immediately looking at what the equivalent of the clearance rack.
Okay, you can have one of the hats.
What's the price?
But yeah, go on, Scarecrow. Finish describing it. So yeah, mid-level, kind of mid-thigh, the lower cuff.
Yes.
But yeah, go on.
So the primary color would be black. But on the back and like throughout, it would have a lot of the red maple and sakura blossom, as with white branches, and on the back, kind of like following and also it tailored to follow the masculine form of the back, to like Inari foxes facing each other.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, they can custom make that for you. Something like that, I would like to say, it'd probably be at like a couple hundred range, fine traditional silks, a little bit of customization, making it nice. Now they say they can kind of downplay it for you, lesser, finer silks and stuff, maybe get it more of that 100 eddy range, but 200 sits a little nicer with what you're trying to do, I think.
I mean, this is gonna have more staying power than that $200 dinner. So yeah, this should be something. Scarecrow would spoil himself with it.
Nexus will intercept if he's trying to pay this particular seller.
Yeah, he's probably just has picked the one. It's like,
Let me.
I don't like being in debt. I'll owe you.
Oh, you'll owe me real good. So she takes it.
Wait,
And she goes over to it's Kika, right?
Tell me I was able to hear that. Please tell me Gnostics was able to hear that.
Same, please tell me Hank and Gnostics were nearby enough.
That would be a perception.
Okay, I'll take a +2.
Scarecrow's Biomon goes.
I'm so gonna use a +2 for this.
Really?
While that's happening, Nexus will go to a rack that has a particular deep wine-colored kimono that has like cherry blossoms and other flowers woven very intricately and very beautifully throughout the kimono. And basically it has this really beautiful obi that's like kind of this golden color with the same wine colored accents and flowers etched into the fabric. And she'll also too grab a particular it's kind of like a hairpin that is a similar color of like in look of the flowers that are actually sewn onto the kimono itself. And she's going to take that along with Scarecrow's selection kimono as well to the individual who's selling it.
Nice. Yeah, we can say, each one of those 200. And yeah, this is definitely a night market hookup. We'll say Cole Drake did a little research, a little Googling while we're streaming to find that 30 to 200 can cover a cotton kimono, whereas a custom silk quality kimono can range, as high as 1K or more. So this is definitely night market hookup sort of stuff. We might have underpriced, but kind of fitting within budget of Team 2, being a little nice, But yeah, that's the price.
She does speak in Japanese to the seller. Hi, I'd like to take these.
Oh, nice. So you speak the language. I respect that. That's very nice.
It's my culture too.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful pieces.
Thank you. Yeah. He give me a persuasion.
Hank, I rolled at 15 for perception. Gnostics rolled at 20.
Gnostics would hear it. Yeah.
Well, that roll is happening. Actually, got it. Hold on.
He just starts choking on laughter.
What did she say? What did they say? Come on, don't.
He's gonna fucking ooh at her. He's really at her, boys.
There we go.
Oh.
Nice.
Okay, so can I double my bet now? Like to 50
Too
Eddie?
late, motherfucker. Too late.
Wait, do we have some plus twos? I have some plus twos.
We have
Oh, yeah.
we have one more +2 left.
Can I use it, guys?
Oh,
Yeah.
by all means.
Go ahead, yeah.
Nope, I didn't do it right. Did it not work? So it's like 16. I had the plus 2.
I have
Okay.
another +2.
Thanks, Mom.
Nice. Yeah, he offers you a little bit of a discount. So he knocks $20 off of it. So you can basically get it $20 cheaper.
Then she's gonna hand over the Eddie's, whatever the amount is.
Nice. Yeah, he
She's
takes
paying
that.
for the whole thing.
Nice. Yeah, he takes it, gives a glance towards you, Scarecrow, and nods and takes the payment. And yeah, instead of doing a little trading, I did a little persuasion since there was a little cultural connect there, and Nexus was being nice and just kind of took it a different angle. Again, kind of leaning into the team, giving them some chances to get some hookups here. But Nexus covers it, pays the guy as he takes it in, and Nexus, you turn to see Scarecrow instantly putting it on. He's already wearing it, showing it off. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put it on his, looked at the Nexus and looked at the shopkeeper. He's like, "Konbuana, arigato gozaimasu."
Oh.
So it's like, good evening. Thank you very much.
And he's impressed. He bows, taking notice.
Now I
Very
owe
good.
you one. That's the
Why'd
Like-
you spot?
something like this. It wears the person as much as the person wears it. If
You
you
have good taste.
and you not only have immaculate taste, but you're quite generous with your eddies. And if you'd indulge the gearhead in me, I'd like to go, I guess not next door, but to wherever the custom gun shop is.
And as you two walk out, you just see Gnostics and Hank just eating and watching you two just with shit-eating grins on their faces, just like...
I would.
Nothing! We heard nothing.
I
Nexus
You wanna
will
be-
then turn on her amplified hearing after that interaction.
You want to look like a raccoon, boy?
Nice. And you make your way over to the custom gun booth. Hank finishes up eating. What's Gnostics, Hank, and Jack's doing?
I was gonna say I was gonna hit
What was that?
custom. I was gonna hit the custom weapon booth as well, though. That was
Same.
kinda-
I was already there.
Okay. And what about Hank?
Oh, definitely heading over to the custom weapons booth.
Okay, then yeah, you finish eating, and the team gets together, meeting up after the kimono shopping, and makes their way over to the custom weapon booth. You make your way there, and it's just about anything that you can think of. They even have some exotics here. So yeah, if you do have the eddies enough to want to buy an exotic, you just have to do a 1d10, 50-50 chance that it's there. You decide odds or evens, just to kind of see. And yeah, what's everybody kind of looking for? And in fact, while you're looking it over and thinking about that, why doesn't everybody give me a 1d10? And then whoever got the two, did everybody roll them?
Mm-hmm.
Whoever got the two lowest numbers of those d10s, give me a perception.
I got a 2, so that'd be me at least. $20.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, you're kind of hanging out in the booth, and at one point, you Gnostics, you actually feel someone kind of like digging around in your pockets, almost trying to pull out your agent. You turn around, and it's like a couple teenagers. Couldn't be any older than like 19, maybe barely getting into like the 20s maybe. Look fairly young. There's two of them right behind you. One's kind of digging in, almost trying to get your agent, and you totally feel it and turn around as they just drop the agent back in your pocket. And they just kind of like back up, and you totally busted them trying to pickpocket you.
Oh wait, do I get a plus as well because of the amplified hearing? Because that's still active.
No.
Oh, like, is it just me, or am I witnessing them doing it to anybody else?
Just you. You're noticing that they're pickpocketing you. They're trying to pickpocket you.
You fuckers want to die before you actually see college.
It just little mistake. I thought that was my pocket. So, I'm sorry. And they start trying to like walk backwards real slow.
Do you see who I'm with? Do you see this He points to Hank. Do you see who I'm with?
Yeah. Hey, no problem. We don't want any problem. They both turn around and just like run, and you see them like cutting through the crowd and kind of running up the ramp, like trying to leave the market. Like you totally busted them.
You can focus to see if you're missing anything.
I check my pockets. Am I missing anything?
No. Nexus notices that her agent is gone.
Little bastards.
You missing something there, Nexus?
Yeah.
Should I?
Same thing that they were after.
Well, should we go after the fucking and Gnostics just doesn't even allow himself to like get the question answered. He just starts booking it after them.
Yep, before you lose line of sight. You don't do that shit at a night market.
Yeah, by the time you check your pockets and you realize Nexus is missing her phone, and then you look back up, those kids are already up and out the ramp. You can run up after them, but by the time you get street side, like, they're fucking gone. Young, vibrant kids, full on using their move to run.
I'm sorry, Nexus. If I wasn't such a smoker, I actually probably would be able to keep up with them. But the fucking gun. Please tell me you had a fucking access password on that. Oh,
Well,
jeez.
I mean, they seem like idiots, so
At least let me
to
just.
rob at a night market, I'm pretty sure they're not smart enough to break into my freaking.
All right, your next phone. At least let me set you up with a fucking VPN or something. Oh,
Probably a stall around here. We can grab her.
Need
and
a
we can grab
tracker,
another one.
apparently. There's no way to track.
Do you have tracking software?
Oh, you don't have fucking tracking software. What the fuck, mate?
Yeah, I would think.
Well, I was asking you, but never mind.
Yeah,
never mind.
and also just like in game world building side of things, I would definitely think edge runners would not have their tracking on in any form. They would probably do everything they can to remove any things like that, even if it benefits them. They don't want any reverse access. You know, the normal citizen absolutely would probably have their,
Right.
you know, their locate phone or whatever on. But yeah, I can't picture edge runners.
You s-
I'll just grab you
Nope.
another one.
Yeah, we'll just get another one. We can probably find one here.
either. Nasa, did you see their face?
It's a bunch of fucking kids, mate.
I talking about descriptions.
I'll leave that up to
We'll
GM.
hit up K on the way out. Let him know.
Yeah, Gnostic's got a good look at him. He describes them, you know, young kids, late teens, early 20s at most, probably late teens. They look like they might be into the booster gang sort of lifestyle, definitely combat zone kids. Teenagers, not looking so much like edge runners as booster gangers. You even notice they kind of had similar colors, but nothing came to mind of established booster gangs or anything.
I think that because they were trying to steal my fucking agent, so I don't think they know what they got.
No, they definitely don't. They definitely don't know. They fucked with. And you kind of like the tone in Nexus's voice, kind of is a little different from her normal chill, but she kind of adjusts herself to kind of compose herself a little bit more because she's trying to hide the fact that she's very pissed off.
Please
Yeah.
don't tell me you stole everything on that phone. Oh, you stole everything.
No, I'm not a moron.
Good. I wouldn't expect it after Pulse. Actually didn't know that was you up until about an hour ago.
You didn't get it from the first time that we met?
No, I
You
didn't
mentioned
get that
my work?
because we it popped up, but then you showed up in an office and like I'm Nexus, and like
That's how you make an entrance.
yes, most people don't have two names, miss.
Fair enough.
So of course, like I thought it was a separate person, except for you know who.
Nexus then shoots a look and winks over at Jax.
Yeah.
Don't know who you're talking about.
Oh, I mean, you're a special case, love.
We'll find a stall and grab you another one. I wouldn't worry about it.
Here, you need a disposable one for the meantime,
No, I always carry disposable.
right?
It's just
So-
the fact that you've been pocketed.
Yeah. It doesn't feel good.
It happens. You just
Especially by some punks.
oh. Aren't we all? Aren't we all folks, I
To
suppose?
some degree.
Yeah. Well,
I like to think that we are the ones with the class.
I can always set you up with an internal agent.
I already have.
Yeah. Then what's the need for the external?
so
For my connects. They have preferences.
So these exotic weapons, what have they got of melee?
Yeah, they pretty much have, like I said, almost anything you can think of here. The typical weapons that are accessible by your average fixer are all here at the night market. Anything like above that, like, you know, exotics and stuff, you're going to have to do kind of a 50-50 chance sort of roll, just a generic see if it's here. So anything out of the book, out of the lists of weapons are here. And also think about customizable options. Like you can get creative here if you want to, and think about weird ways to customize weapons and stuff like that. The potential is here, but you know you also have to be able to afford it as well.
Can I see if there is an IME chain knife from the I believe it's from the data pack?
Yeah.
It's 12 Days of Gunmas.
Yeah, 12 Days of Gunmas, thank you.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the Crusher has been teasing me.
I know. I want that IME chain knife.
Yeah, roll it. Do the 1d10. Let me know if you're doing odds or evens on that.
Got evens. Got a 10.
Wait, I don't have my. Anybody happen to have it handy so I don't have to dig through this stack down here?
I got it.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've got it pulled up. It's 500 eddies.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. Thank you. Yeah, I've got it down here, but it's under a very thick Dune book, Dune box set, Fallout book, and my mini box set, and my sheets for Shadows of Astern. I don't want to dig through the pile yet.
Reverse filing.
But yeah, 500 is the basic. Do your 1d10. Let's see. Did you pick odd or even?
Oh, I evens.
And you decided evens before you rolled?
Oh, I gotta do that before I roll. Okay. Shit. All right, let's go with evens again.
This is to see if it's in stock.
I rolled evens.
No, it's not. Yeah, the whole idea here is you call odds or evens, then give me the 1d10, see if you're lucky enough that it's there. Not really relying on your luck stat, I'm just giving everyone a flat 50-50 chance, you know? But you decide if it's odd or even. But yeah, it's not in stock. But the owner of the custom shop tells you, like, hey, if it's something you need, hit me up on the side. I can probably source this for you sometime over the next week, possibly.
Well, all right. Here's my number.
All right. He takes your number, makes some notes, slides it in his pocket.
I'm looking for a excellent quality heavy pistol and armor-piercing rounds.
Nice. Yeah, that's here. You should be able to just get a normal, very heavy. Is it very heavy or heavy?
Heavy pistol.
Heavy? Yeah, that's here. Armor-piercing rounds are here as well. Normal pricing on all that.
Okay.
Unless you want anything customized on it.
No, not at the moment. All right, so I'll be 600 eddies.
Yep. Anybody else have anything they're interested in?
Looking for an excellent quality, very heavy SMG.
Cool. Yeah. Anything normal. It's in stock. Just pay the price. Make sure you're covering excellent quality. If you guys are getting excellent quality, don't forget. That's what, like double price or something. What's the?
It bumps it. Yeah, it bumped it for at least in my case, mine was normally 100 eddies. Making it excellent quality makes it 500 eddies.
Hold on, let me bring up the chart. Oh, okay. Wait, this is one that you bought? You didn't upgrade yours, right? This is you were just buying an excellent quality heavy pistol, right?
I mean, what would the question would be? What would the cost be to upgrade the one I currently have? And would we be able to get it done tonight? If not, then I'll just buy one outright.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to get it done tonight, but it would be cheaper that way. But it would take them a few days. So yeah, it's up to you. If you can wait a few days, you can get it a little bit cheaper. If it's something you need now, then you got to pay the 500. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just pay the 500 and buy a new one and keep my standard quality with me.
Okay, and I think yours will be the same because that is the expensive range, Jax. So if you have 500 as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Anybody else looking for anything? Anything you can think of that you might need to help you actually do the mission? Anything?
Some speed heals. Or the materials to make speed heals and some actual speed heals. So I have some right away, readily available.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get some of the materials for it. It's each number of doses. So it'd be 200 eddies for the materials. Number of doses is basically equal to your med tech tech skill, and that's how many you can make in 1 hour. So now you have the materials for it. You would have to do the actual check to make some. You would need the time and stuff, but you have that now for the future, and you're able to buy some already made speed heals. And since this is a unique item, let's do the 1d10. Let me know if it's odd or even to see if they actually if he has some that's already made available at this market.
And let's go with even.
Okay.
Hold on. Has to stay in the box. 4.
Did you call odd or even?
I called even.
Okay, nice. Yeah, he's got some speed heal in stock already made up. We'll say it's 100 eddies per speed heal, and you can roll a 1d6 to see how many are available. Anybody else looking for anything? Or anything
5.
you can think of for the team? Or okay, cool. Yeah, you got 5 already made speed heals, and you have 200 eddies worth of materials to make your own in the near future. That's a good haul.
I'm looking for either the Constitutional Arms multi ammo pistol, or the 757 City Hunter if they've got it.
Call odds or evens.
Is this okay.
From both are from
Gunmiss, yeah. So you have to pull up the prices for me. Stink Palm, if you got that in front of you, or anybody else has that in front of you.
The Constitutional Arms is 500. The City Hunter is 1,000.
Okay. Well, which one do you want to check first, and then let me know odd or even, and give me that 1d10.
Let's go with the expensive one first.
Okay.
So it's the 757.
Was it odd or even? You got to
was
re-roll it
odd.
now.
Oh shit! I was
Or did you say odd? Did I miss that?
Did odds right before it landed.
Oh.
Guys, no, it was if there was a delay. I will say okay. I'm gonna say evens. I'm gonna close my eyes. 6.
Nice, in stock. If you have 1,000 eddies, you can buy it.
Gun or rent? I should.
Or the Constitutional Arms multiple ammunition pistol.
The
No.
757's the City Hunter.
City Hunter.
Yeah.
With me, Scambat.
Huh?
You could only stay with me if it comes to like a choice between the fucking gun and the ring. You know Hobbs loves you.
This is true.
You need a little help.
No, this is the thing of like I thought I had the smart gun link, but I don't think I do. So
Build
that
towards
might,
it.
that might be a never mind. But but fuck it. That's style over substance. Yeah. I'll drop 1,000 to get the City Hunter.
Nice.
Is that the best deal you can give us? I've had a really rough day. Like, I literally had my agent stolen.
Yeah, you can try it. You can do a trading. You can do a contested trading. Keep in mind, these are all fixers here, so it's going to be very difficult probably, but yeah, it's going to be really difficult.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, give it a shot. You never know. You could crit success. You might beat this.
Good.
19.
What did you get?
19.
Why am I not seeing it? Oh, 19? Nice. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'll knock 10% off for you. All right, 900 for the gentleman. And he looks at you, Scarecrow, and says, "Only 'cause the pretty lady's calling this for you."
You're so kind.
This, I should buy a body lottery ticket at this rate. It's turning out to be a lucky night.
It might
Nope.
get luckier.
You see Hank go, ooh.
Yeah,
It's
the
getting-
the cool
getting
swab
hot.
immediately nosedives. It's like, huh. Yeah, he'll fork over the 900.
It's hot in here, isn't it? Is it just me?
Wait, I actually need to be stripping of fucking my jacket. Actually, it's so hot.
Oh,
I will kill 2/3 of you.
I'm getting the vapors. I'm getting the vapors.
So what? Now, anything else that anybody needs from the night market for this mission, the gig, anything fun, anything else that you might think of?
Next
Grenades.
is gonna. Go ahead.
I guess, does the gun come with the like already preloaded with ammunition? If not, I should probably buy some ammunition for it.
Yeah, you got to buy the ammo.
All right, I sold separately. Battery is not included.
And what was that Nexus that you wanted to see?
Nexus is going to kind of like venture off to kind of go and take a look at things. There's something she wants to do separate.
I'll after buying what I wanted, I just kind of look at Scarecrow and go, we may need grenades or like explosives, so keep an eye out for that.
Oh, there's grenades.
And I will actually wander off with Nexus. Considering you got pickpocketed, I don't want you walking around with them.
Nobody's actually selling any sort of visible programs or anything like that, are they?
Yeah, there's programs here.
Oh. Excuse me, everybody. What and where do they got it?
Yeah, I mean, you find a sort of Netrunner booth where they have all kinds of stuff, from cyberdecks to the suits to programs, all kinds of stuff. And as you're kind of like perusing that, Nexus walks off. You see Hank kind of following behind, making sure you're okay. What's Nexus doing walking off?
Well, she was going to make a call, and then when hearing Hank come up behind, she's like, I'm a big girl. I can handle this.
I will take a few steps back. I'm just keeping an eye on you.
All right, then yeah, Nexus
And I-
backs up.
She blows a kiss.
yeah,
and
backs
she
up and-
kind of walks.
Yeah, and you walk off and you're able to make a call. And I guess everyone take off your headphones. Yep.
She calls her brother. So not her rep, but you know. Bones.
Yeah.
She calls them Bones.
What's going on now?
Fucking punks stole my external agent.
Really?
Yeah.
So are they gonna
Like, if
get
you-
family info and shit off of it, or what?
No, thank God, but I still have like other personal shit on there and connects. I mean, I don't want Core to get her hands on it. That would
Okay.
not be good. Yes.
Just
So-
kids or what? Who took it?
Yeah, and then she's going to describe what these kids look like, kind of the direction they went.
Okay.
If you just get some boys on it.
I will. I'm sending the info to the boys right now. They'll start hitting up the streets, and if I can find them or it'll get back to you. But I mean, sis, you know, that shit's probably already gone. I mean, we'll try, but damn.
No, my luck is not so good today, as you probably saw.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw the release, and I saw the backlash there on that.
Yeah,
Look,
give me any information on this Min.
No, I will. I'm gonna look into that too. let me just say this. Look, whatever you're doing there, obviously now with this press release coming out and not working in your favor, and obviously you got more shit to do for this fucking Raven Microside, whatever, like, just, look, don't get fucked up by Raven Microside before you get to fuck up them, right? Like, we need to get our fucking revenge, and this is bullshit. So just be careful. Don't jeopardize the bigger plan for some little stupid shit, right?
Yeah, I know this.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I worry. Look, we're family, but there's a bigger picture here at play, and we want to fucking, you know, put people in their fucking place, and just don't mess it up, all right?
I got it. It's gonna be handled.
Okay. All right,
Later on, Key.
bye. Hangs up. Everyone put on the headphones. Everyone got their headphones on?
Back.
Everyone have your headphones on?
Yep.
And this is
Yep,
where
I'm
we're
on.
ending our session. I know it doesn't feel like a cliffhanger to those of you that didn't have the headphones on, but I guarantee it is a cliffhanger, at least some insight for chat and those that got to hear that conversation. Now I'm telling the players, don't watch the VOD, don't ruin the fun for yourselves, but this is where we're ending the session. Right after that phone call, as Nexus makes her way back to the group, and they're hanging out doing some shopping, and you see Gnostics over at the Netrunner booth. And in fact, you know what? Just thought of something. Let's add a little more spice on this. As Nexus walks back up, all of a sudden you hear some gunshots and a bunch of yelling and hollering and car tires screeching as down from the ramp you see more than a dozen thugs and operatives come running down. Looks like some type of crime family or something, as everyone yells out, and you see Mr. K like yelling out in his language, like, oh no, they're coming, oh, the fucking Iklok family, the Iklok family, oh shit. Then he turns and he runs, and you see security start fighting the guys coming down the ramp, and it's like some crime family clash at the night market that you're at is just kind of hitting a chaotic moment, and that's where we'll end this session. I thought I'd just add something for the rest of the team too, you know. There, now everybody has a nice little cliffhanger. We're going to continue this. Correct me if I'm wrong. Are we on next Saturday? I know that we had to take some time off.
Yes, we are.
Okay, perfect. We'll be here next Saturday, same place, same time. I want to remind everybody in chat, everyone watching the stream, to not go anywhere. We have our Fallout 2D20 game coming up right after this, run by the Overseer Darren Drader, and you'll see Vampire Bites, Capricious Nature playing on there, and others, and make sure you stay tuned to that. What was that, Belladon? What was that, Raven?
Oh, I said awesome.
I know. It's gonna be see Capricious Nature as a player.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone stick around, check that out, and yeah, we'll see you as far as Team Nevermore next Saturday, same place, same time. Take care.
Cybernation on